Whoops. I almost didn't click back in time. All right. I assume you guys can hear me. I'm just gonna. Yep. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome back to the It Doesn't Have to Make Sense channel. I am Shoki, and this is yet again somehow a Home Friday live. I'm confused as well. So here we are, another new home free drop with little to no time to put anything together to build out a full Home Friday live like the way I've been planning them. Either way, so as I said at the beginning of the chat, if you missed it, I will be going kind of short tonight. Like I mean it. Like this time, I only got a handful of songs, and I am waiting on a consensus as to a reactor and a song from my patrons. So if you guys are in the Patreon chat, by all means, get that to me before we finish this up. Hope you guys had a fun or safe or enjoyable in any way 4th of July last night, a nice little Independence Day. We just went and hung out with some friends, and then because we both had to work today, we didn't stay out late at all. Didn't even watch fireworks or anything. So it is what it is. Also, I'm not drinking tonight because I need to hydrate, because tomorrow is episode 100 of the podcast, the Now You Made It Awkward podcast. And there will be drinking and debauchery, and I need to pregame some hydration and other things. So it is what it is. All right, let's do roll call right quick. Assuming I can even see all of the chat. There we go. All right, also, please hit that like button if you're watching. All right, so we do have Sally in here, Val Prime, Denise, Jangoza, and KJ, who was in the podcast chat this morning. Eric the Lurker, back after being gone for a little while. Good to see you. Joyce. What up, Joyce? All right, who else we got? Laura popping in here. Very good. Hi, Laura. All right. So, and of course, I do want to promote the Patreon, the Shoki Patreon, where you can join us for at least 3 Patreon calls a month. We did one this week. Did some interesting stuff, for lack of a better term, and I do upload those as podcasts on Saturday mornings following that. I do have to do a little bit of extra editing because I forgot to record a section of the thing that was kind of important, so I have to edit that in the morning. So it is what it is. So for as little as $5 a month, you can join in on that stuff. But realistically, at the beginning of the month, I opened it to all levels of the Patreon, from the freebies all the way up. So if you ever want to join in, you can do that. Or you can check out my vlogs, you can check out the uncut versions of the podcast, or just in general chat and other bullshit we do. So there's that. Okay. I got it. It's all good. Oh. Either way, that deep breath just popped something in my back. Felt good, actually. And not going to take any time for the wifey tonight because she's actually already in bed. Like I, took a little bathroom break earlier, came out. She was not in the living room. She was not outside. So I was like, where did she go? She was literally in bed. She had just fallen asleep. And that was like insanely early. So she's not feeling too good. Or she's just exhausted. Apparently, it's been a bad week for her. Yeah. Well, like I said, need to narrow it down. I don't care if two of you agree on one thing. If two of you agree, I'm calling it at that. So there we go. So let's pop over to the main window here. Also, for anybody who's been following along for the last few weeks, my thumb is really out of whack. Something is not right. But earlier it popped and it like felt normal and moved normal for the first time in a couple weeks. So there's something wrong in that tendon. And I don't know what's going on with it. Hopefully I figured it out. So, yep. Well, I was keeping it with just the patrons, realistically, to do that. I want to do it all in here and include even more people in what is already a complicated thing. So, okay. There you go. There you go. Yeah, so I have two separate chats going. There's a Patreon chat going, and then there's the thing here. So, I can't watch both at the same time, but it is what it is. Okay. So, actually, earlier today, Laura hit me up, and she sent me a link to this video from Chris Rupp, which is actually many years old, but I'd never seen it. And she was actually asking me, saying, hey, do you think that this is done on a green screen? So, we're going to watch this. Here we go. All right, so it is Chris Rupp's Acapella America. It's a few years old, so it's cool. And plus, we just did 4th of July, so patriotic song. Oh, beautiful. Sorry. Things are not on the right button pushes here. That was really loud. Sorry. Beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain. So, by the way, technically speaking, I watched effectively all of this earlier. But I was only paying so much attention to basically see if to answer Laura's question is what I was doing. Our purple mountain majesty above the fruited plain, America, America, God shed His grace on thee. Crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. God. So he's basically combining a bunch of the America songs, and as far as I can tell, he's trying to hit all 50 states. That's funny. So I haven't been calling it out. So the first one was New York, New York, New York. Then Wyoming, but I swear he did Wyoming twice. And the next one, that's Yellowstone. Then Minnesota, which is not exactly a stretch for them. Yeah, he did Wyoming twice. Then Texas. Maybe he's just hitting specific areas in regards to the song. I mean, there's other things to see in Texas other than the Alamo, but I mean, I appreciate it a little bit. Washington, D.C. is not a state, so, there's that whole issue there. And then goes to Seattle, Space Needle, Washington. Shining sea. God bless Arizona. America. Land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. By the way, I like what he did there. He was in Arizona, and then he cuts to the USS Arizona. That was clever.
Through the night with the
Yeah, it's got to just be landmarks.
light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, our home, sweet home. God bless
By the way, I love that he's in front of the Denver International Airport, in front of Lucifer. That's what the horse is affectionately, or not necessarily affectionately, called Lucifer, the giant red horse with red eyes that light up in the dark, and people have died. Look up all the crazy shit around the Denver airport. There's supposedly a city underneath it. Either way. Also, like, clearly he did this, like, seemingly at different times of the year, because he's got, like, snow and ice in certain places, and other times it's more like summer. So, I mean, it took some effort to do this, like, and he's gone to multiple spots in multiple states, so.
America, our home, sweet. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrims' pride, from every mountainside let freedom and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nice. So, by the way, we were kind of focused on his locations, but he did an amazing job on this mashup of songs. Yep. An alcoholic beverage at 3 a.m. That's crazy.
Crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's kind of BYOB when you're sitting at home and listening to the podcast. Tomorrow will be a little bit less BYOB. I bought beer and a few other things, though there is a couple of snags in the plans. Nothing too crazy, just annoying little things, and I'm sure trying to get everything set up tomorrow is going to be interesting, because we have to decide which room we're going to set the podcast up in. Technically speaking, we can just go with the setup we usually do in here and just deal with the tight space. But the original idea was to set up in the living room area with a table, and that we could all sit around and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I could not get a hold of a table that was the very specific necessity of a round table. I was trying to buy one, and that person clearly doesn't feel like selling it because they really just left me hanging. I was like, I got money and I want to buy the thing as fast as possible, and just keeps leaving me hanging. And you'd be surprised how hard it is to just buy a normal folding round table at this point. Like, most stores don't just have them in stock anymore. And the varying degrees of shipping dates for Amazon weren't going to do me any favors. Hey, Lisa, long time no see. It has been quite some time. Look, if it's your day off, you can drink whenever you feel like it. I mean, normally I'd be drinking right now, but, I'm trying to be good. Trying to drink a lot more water and vitamins. Try to, like I said, pregame for tomorrow. All right, either way, that was a good effort there by Chris, and that was from 5 years ago before I even really paid any attention to the fact that he had his own channel. So, yay. That was pretty damn good. So thanks to Laura for bringing that to my attention, even though it was for the reasons of, is this a green screen? No, he actually did pay to fly all over the country and do that. Though, to be fair, he probably drove to some of those places. I guess it depends on where he was living at that point, California, Minnesota, or Florida. Though he didn't show anything in Florida. Is there nothing cool to show in Florida? I mean, the Florida Keys are pretty neat. And then there's Disneyland. That's, a whole big thing. Or world, whichever one. I don't care. There's stuff in Florida. Feels like they could have shown off there. Feels like there's other historical spots he probably could have hit somewhere on the East Coast and South area. So it does seem like he maximized by coast and location and things that he could probably drive to in a shortish amount of time. Can't talk. Phone a friend. Were you having an argument with somebody? Be like, no, this was definitely, green screened. Yeah, flooding, not good. Flooding is never good. And apparently we're going to have some of that because, of course, the first major hurricane of the year is going to hit southeast Texas. I mean, mind you, it will be tiny by the time it gets here, but, couldn't have just gone straight across Mexico and disappeared into nothingness. Nope, just got to hook up the coast. Of course. Annoying. I mean, I feel bad for Mexico and Jamaica who've been dealing with it, but, stupid. I was kind of on board with the certain plan of attempting to nuke hurricanes to see if that would disperse them. I mean, a very large explosion could do it. Try it in Pacific where it'll have less effect on people. Do it to the Pacific hurricanes that nobody ever pays attention to. Yeah, sorry about that. Internal argument. Well, one of us is wrong. Okay. All right, guys. So, this is kind of a first. We've talked about technically doing this, but this is, we've had a rare opportunity in the last month or two since Home Free's done the Crazier Than Life redos of songs to compare new and old versions. Now, we haven't really done it up until now, but because they already showed that this new version of Champagne Taste, video-wise, is so completely different to the original, I said, screw it, we're going to do the first verses of a Home Free. We're going to go via your votes. First, the original or the new one. But because, of course, we've seen the original one a million times, and I haven't seen the new one yet, other than trying to find a thumbnail, and I haven't heard it at all. So for those who ever, wonder when I'm trying to get a thumbnail for these videos, I mute it so I can't spoil the song itself. I mean, who cares about a music video most days? But either way, I'm sure most of you already have an opinion. By the way, I didn't say hi to Judy. Hi, Judy. Well, that's pretty crazy, actually. What the hell? All right. Oh yeah, and then apparently some news that just popped up on Twitter. We're not going to talk about it here, but that's interesting. Either way, so new version of Champagne Taste, but it doesn't say on a beer budget anymore. Makes me worried. Also, this is in a very strange aspect ratio. So let's go.
The other day I checked my bank account, and I could swear it was the wrong amount, and I didn't understand, because I'd been working hard. For the life of me, I didn't know where it went. I hadn't even paid the rent. Then the Mercedes pulled up in the yard. Oh, Lord, I should have seen it coming. This
What was that noise? Also, I can't tell if this is a new recording or not. I guess we'll find out when we hear the second one.
up in the yard. Oh, Lord, I should have seen it coming. This time I'm in deep.
Now I'm heading to the poorhouse or heading to jail. And if I end up there, I ain't making bail. And if it goes to court, I sure don't have a case. Cause I ran out of money some time ago. But if you look at my wife, you'd never know. I'm afraid my baby's got champagne taste. On a beer budget.
Okay, now this part of the recording sounds new. Also, like, they're not really... And if they rewrote the song to apply to the new music video, that would have been cool.
Well, my throat dried up and my heart just sunk as she motioned me over and popped the trunk, and I tried to ignore her absent-minded smile. And boy, I was greeted by quite the crew. This Louis Vuitton and some Jimmy Choo. That was just the fellas who were sitting on top of the pile. I said, baby, there's a Walmart a block away, and I don't think they sell these brands.
Yeah, that
Now I'm
definitely
heading
sounds
to the
good.
poorhouse or heading to jail. And if I end up there, I ain't making bail. And if it goes to court, I sure don't have a case. Cause I ran out of money some time ago. But if you look at my wife, you'd never know. I'm afraid my baby's got champagne taste. On a beer budget. All the bills are in my name. They're gonna haul my ass away. And I won't see her pretty face at all. Cause the prison's nowhere near the mall. Now I'm heading to the poorhouse or heading to jail. And if I end up there, I ain't making bail. And if it goes to
bitch.
court, I sure don't have a case. Cause I ran out of money some time ago. But if you look at my wife, you'd never know. I'm afraid my baby's got champagne taste. On a beer budget.
Well, that's fun. Uh-oh. There's a post video. Ugh. Drowned Tim is not... Yep, uh-huh. Oh, don't tell me the phone was in the pocket. Oh, beer. Thank God. Did they add a beer sound effect? That's weird. I don't know why they redid this. I don't understand. It did sound like they did at least remaster it, but like overall it didn't change much of the song. It would have been cool if they did a sequel song, you know? But either way, this is a versus, so we gotta watch the original one and go ahead and really, really annoy the stupid ass copyright claims. All right. Let's go. Old school, 10 years ago. 10 million views.
The other day I checked my bank account and I could swear it was the wrong amount, and I didn't understand because I've been working hard. For the life of me, I didn't know where it went. I hadn't even paid the rent. Then the Mercedes pulled up in the yard. Oh, Lord, I should have seen it coming. This time I'm in deep.
Now I'm heading to the poorhouse or heading to jail. And if I end up there, I ain't making bail. And if it goes to court, I sure don't have a case. Cause I ran out of money some time ago. But if you look at my wife, you'd never know. I'm afraid my baby's got champagne taste.
On a beer budget.
By the way, I know why y'all like the original one better. There's a shirtless Austin involved. Also, I've always wondered, was the implication that she bought the Mercedes during this trip? Like when it says when the Mercedes pulled up in the drive, does it mean they had the Mercedes or she bought the Mercedes? Because, of course, in the video it looks brand new. I always wondered about that.
Well, my throat dried up and my heart just sunk as she motioned me over and popped the trunk, and I tried to ignore her absent-minded smile. And boy, I was greeted by quite the crew. There's Louis Vuitton and some Jimmy Choo, and that was just the fellas who were sitting on top of the pile. I said, baby, there's a Walmart a block away, and I don't think they sell these brands. Now I'm heading to the poorhouse or heading to jail, and if I end up there, I ain't making bail, and if it goes to court, I sure don't have a case. 'Cause I ran out of money some time ago, but if you look at my wife, you'd never know. I'm afraid my baby's got champagne taste.
Hold on, I gotta back up just a second.
Ran out of money some time ago, but if you look at my
What is that on Austin's necklace?
wife, you'd never know. I'm afraid my baby's got champagne taste on a beer budget. All the bills are in my name. All the bills are in his name. They're gonna haul my ass away. And I won't see her pretty face at all. 'Cause the prison's nowhere near the mall. Now I'm heading to the poorhouse or heading to jail. And if I end up there, I ain't making bail. And if it goes to court, I sure don't have a case. 'Cause I ran out of money some time ago. But if you look at my wife, you never know. I'm afraid my baby's got champagne taste on a beer budget. The story of my life.
First of all, actually, like, almost last of all, I didn't realize Avi changed position right at the end. Having Avi in the background of the video right there just makes it for me. I will say, sonically at least, I like the sound of the old one better. I don't know what's going on with the mix in the new one, but it's like, it's very Tim forward throughout like most of the song, even the chorus where everybody's singing together. It's like they all just become a muddled mess. Like I don't really hear the different voices at all. Where I could pick out Austin or Rob out of the chorus of the old one. Yeah, this is a redo that made a lot less sense compared to the rest, considering it's not much of a change at all, but also still somehow a significant change. It's weird. I don't know. I'm not sure. But definitely gonna say the original one was better. The music video was better, made way more sense, and for the most part was actually a oneer the whole time. You know, up until the end when they completely changed scenes, it was a one take video. You know, but I don't know why. The theme, you know, obviously watching the new video, yes. So she's like, "Ooh, I want to go on the boat," blah 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 blah.
You never.
Like it doesn't really make sense other than you see that she's clearly high class and they just want to fish, or at least Tim is just trying to fish. But it's like it doesn't change the song if you're going to change the whole music video when the first one is a very literal translation of the lyrics. Makes more sense. So either way, there we go. Lagging about 10 minutes. That's not lag. You just got here late and started over. Yep. But that was the verses. So, either way. Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't get a lot of times you'll hear the old one where they swapped out Chris for Chance, and you can hear the difference. If I just listened to them without seeing any of it, I would not probably even known. That would have been the experiment, play them blindly for me, and then me try to guess which one was which. And I bet it would be probably not easy if you're just listening, you know? I could probably identify just the way Tim sounds, maybe, but I don't know. We've never tried to do a blind listen test, as it were. Yeah, I don't remember. No, we were doing this versus. Because new song versus old song. That's the only verses I was concerned with tonight. You know, obviously, the new plan for doing Home Fridays is when they drop a new song, I can gather any new stuff that's been done by members of Home Free in that amount of time. But going week to week, not a lot of time to make up for that. So that's why we're actually going to have 2 different Chris Rupp songs tonight. So either way. But yeah, basically, the original one wins over the new one. Both because the music video makes sense, and to me, it actually just sounds better. I mean, it sounds like, for the most part, it's identical, but mixed differently. And obviously, we have the presence of Chance in the new one. So, I don't know. I mean, the new video is fun and all, but, like, it's not as hilarious, nor does it have the effort of making it, you know, a one-shot video, which would have changed a lot. So, I mean, 10 years later, do something different, I guess. Or try to remake the video would have been even funner. Yeah, I said funner. I don't recall. Yeah. I guess no. You were there. You were there Wednesday, right? No, I don't remember. No, wait. You weren't there, were you? Yeah. Yeah, you weren't there Wednesday. It was just me, Sally, and Denise, and then Sally didn't feel good and left. Hope you are feeling better though, Sally. I know you were having issues that night. Your headache, migraine. All right, either way, we're done with the champagne tasties. Okay, so I wanted to hear this because why not? And I had no way to see it. So it's the performance of Delta Dawn from the Opry. Now, mind you, it's just audio from what I can tell. No video of it, at least in this. It was suggested, and I said, you know what? I want to hear it because I only got to hear a sliver of it in the Bastien's First Weekend video from last week. So we're just going to check it out. And then we'll get one more thing. Like I said, tonight's going to be a short one. Like, honestly, like, you know, just a lot. When I say there's a lot to do tomorrow, there's a lot to do tomorrow. So, either way. Nope, you're not going to be caught up, Judy. It's fine. Okay.
Well, for those of y'all who were familiar with us before this, you may have noticed that we look a little different. We literally have a new face. And what a lovely face it is, isn't it? Look at this thing. We like to do a lot of visual things for the people on the radio listening at home. They're just imagining what you look like right now.
Yep.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is Adam's second show with Home Free. Talk about trial by fire. That's right. Last night,
thank y'all. Thank you.
We broke him in at the Country Rumble Music Festival in Ohio. Thank God he got that out of the way. And now, the next night, please help me in congratulating Adam Bastien on making his Grand Ole Opry debut.
This is unbelievable. Thank you so much for welcoming me with open arms. These guys are the best.
You were just in the circle. How's that feel?
I was in the circle.
Isn't that crazy?
It makes my knees shake a little bit. This is hallowed ground, and I don't take it lightly. Thank you so much for welcoming me here. And I have some friends and family that are listening to the streaming service. So hello, all you out there. Hello, all you in here, you beautiful people. Happy Saturday, right? Woo!
We are going to be back here on July 31st, actually. So if you are listening at home, you got over a month to plan to be here. You have to experience the Grand Ole Opry live and in person, right, folks? And we'd love to see you all right back here. And then we're going to be kicking off a tour, so please go to homefreemusic.com. We'd love to see you in your respective hometowns. We have one more.
I think I pointed this out before, but Tim with the scruff and the shaved neck just looks funny. Just leave the neck scruff.
Song for y'all, and we are going to feature the new guy on this one. Let me ask you this. Where are all the hardcore country music fans?
then you ought to be able to sing along to this one. Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say he was meeting you here today? To take you to his mansion in the sky. She's 41 and her daddy still calls her baby. All the folks around Brownsville say she's crazy. She walks downtown with a suitcase in her hand, looking for a mysterious dark-haired man. In her younger days, they called her Delta Dawn. Delta Dawn. Prettiest woman you ever laid eyes on. Ever laid eyes on. And a man of loaded grease stood by her side. By her side. Promised her he'd take her for his bride. Oh, dear.
I will say it sounds like he's doing his best to imitate Austin in a way. I mean, one, big shoes to fill. Two, hardly any time to practice, especially with the group. So, I mean, I give him credit that they're blending as best they can, considering it's a song that had to be fronted by him. Like, that's got to be the terrifying part, is like, okay, joining the group, oh crap, there's songs that I have to front. It's like, and I barely have had time to even learn them, so yeah. Yes, I am wearing my thingy. Sorry, I could feel it like tensing up right there. So one of the problems I have is that this part of this muscle on the forearm tenses up and it pinches the nerve that runs along there and up to the hand. And I could feel that this area here was getting tingly, and that's usually the indicator of when that happens. So this is technically meant for like tennis elbow and stuff like that, but I couldn't think of something that would work in the same manner, you know. But even people who don't play tennis can still technically get tennis elbow.
Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say he was meeting you here today to take you to his mansion in the sky? All right, let's break it down. Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say?
He's like way too high through that part. It's like, and Rob's not really doing his high range right now. He's doing like his mids and low range. You could hear the difference there. But yeah, this is, I really, we talked about it before, but I feel sorry for the guy a little bit. I mean, he's a performer. He already knows how to do the gig. He's been with God knows how many other groups as it is, but it's like having to jump in with little to no prep, it's difficult. Now, the real thing is when we finally hear a new song, all Darren Rustified and everything else like that, everything worked in the mix and pitch corrected and all that. Yes, I said the evil words.
Was meeting you here today to take you to his mansion in the sky. Yeah, Delta Dawn, flower you have on, be a faded rose from days gone by. And did I hear you say he was meeting you here today to his mansion in the sky? Oh, to take you.
It's a little messy, if I'm honest.
To his mansion. Take him to church. In the sky. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, it was a little messy there, but you know, I mean, for the first second real effort that he got to put in, it's not bad. I mean, we know he can sing. We watched Seventh Avenue Footloose last week, so we know he can sing. I think the problem is that the songs were arranged with Austin in mind, and then you have to kind of change it a bit to make a new voice fit in, you know. But more than anything is like he lacks Austin's accent. You know, it's like, hey, can you just go ahead and throw on a thick Georgia accent while you're at it? Like, I know it's not real, but can you just do it? You know, make us feel better. Just fake the accent, grow your hair long while you're at it. It's like we need a literal Austin standard at this point. Yeah, I think it's just like once they're gonna have to fix the dynamics of the group. You know, the literal sound dynamics to make them fit. Yeah, I think it's just the hardest part is like, oh hey, by the way, you don't get to debut on recordings. You get to debut live in front of everybody when you're not very well integrated yet. And you don't get to represent any music that you've made with the group. You get to come in and fill in songs that we wrote with another person over the last 10 years or however long, 12 years. So yeah, that's that. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he's not familiar with Home Free either. You know, he's friends with them. He's performed with them. And what was it? He was in like their alternate Home Free. Sorry, I'm itching. Sorry, I'm getting notifications. I want to see what's happening with the world here. Yeah, I know, but I don't want to watch that. Give me a second. Wait, what? Oh. Sorry. Does anyone else see an image of a celebrity like when you're scrolling and it's got like a whole bunch of text and you just immediately assume at this point that that person died? Like when you're just scrolling like through Instagram, you know? I said Instagram, Facebook, whatever, it doesn't matter. And you just see an article about with a picture of a celebrity. Am I the only one who just assumes that means that person died? So for 2 seconds there, I thought Kevin Bacon was dead. No, that was not what the article was about. All right, either way. So, yeah, I mean, I look forward to Bastien's time, you know, once he really gets to integrate properly. And I almost really want to avoid this tour stuff at this point. Like, wait till we get around to Christmas, where I feel like he'll probably blend in better with the Christmas music, perhaps. We'll see what happens. But like, I feel like it's just gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for a while, unfortunately. Where Chance had the ability to just sort of jump in behind the scenes off tour for the most part. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the hard part when they're doing a country song and this dude's not a country dude. Or, well, vocally not a country dude. He's more of a pop singer. Or rock, for that matter. Yeah. Well, maybe they're just going to shed the country. They're just going to shed the country vibe altogether. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. We're all just going to stop being home fries. Home Friday's done. Either way. All right. So I wanted to move on because while I was scrolling through Chris's channel, I saw this, which was ironic because as I've seen, I've never heard Chris covering I've Seen, which of course is a Tim original. So we're just kind of running a Home Free thing here by doing that. So I was like, hey, you know what? We haven't really dug through Chris's channel, so I want to check this out for the fun thing. So we have a triple Chris situation here. Chris situation. Can't talk.
Well, I've seen rain on the Mississippi Delta. I see the sunrise on.
Oh, Chris, your camera wasn't perfectly lined up for your edit. There's a really harsh line here, and you can, well, you guys can't probably see it as well as I can, but like right here, this Chris's shadow cuts off, the piano edge doesn't line up, and because he's sitting in different spots, the reflection is a little bit different. So close, so close. Either way.
Baton Rouge.
Oh, and the other line is right here, which is painfully obvious that the lighting is different from this shot to that one. I would have cut it where, I don't know, this very harsh line of the corner of the room would have been a perfect spot to cut that video. But I'm going to have a feeling he's got to set his hand on the piano at some point, which is why he had to do it that way. Sorry.
But of all the things these eyes have seen, baby, nothing compares to you. Well, I heard some tales from an old man in Jackson about a sacred place in Tennessee, where music fills the air and love was everywhere, and a boy like me could never leave.
But I think that was like 5 Chris's, wasn't it?
Well, you know me, I had to see it for myself. So I hit the road and took your heart along. Those cowboys played those strings in ways I've never seen. But I only heard your song. I've seen rain.
Also, Chris there's a really hard line basically right here along these sound tiles. I would have cut it over there because at least the shadow of this one would have just blended into it and you wouldn't have even noticed. He just picked a bad spot to do his sort of masking. So I would have picked this line over here by the corner of the room, and then I would have picked that line over there.
On the Mississippi Delta, I see the sunrise on Baton Rouge. But of all the things these eyes have seen, baby, nothing compares to you. Now night is falling on this crazy little town,
Nice.
and I'm headed out the door. 'Cause I know that all I need is you right here with me. And I'm not leaving anymore. 'Cause I've seen rain on the Mississippi Delta. I see the sunrise on Baton Rouge. 'Cause of all the things these eyes have seen, baby, nothing compares to you. Yeah, baby, nothing compares to you.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, nothing compares to you.
I have a feeling he moved the lights, which is why the lighting is different from this frame to that frame. But why there? Like, even my assumption that he put his hand on the piano and he had to make room for that. I mean, at no point does this one really ever cross this line. That would have been a much better spot to do it. I know it's like a, what, how many years ago? 3-year-old video. Be like, Chris, send me the footage. I'll fix it. It's like, I just want to fix it. It's annoying. Because even, the funny part is that even the piano reflection doesn't line up, which means this frame is off by just a hair. Which means the camera moved just enough That's bad. We're talking about this one. Chris C. No. Sorry, stretching thumb.
Now night is falling on this crazy little town, and I'm headed out the door, 'cause I know that all I need is you right here with me.
I mean, I feel like ultimately, like, Chris was underrated. Like, I mean, we've seen him do so much on his own stuff, so I mean, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'm stretching my thumb again, trying to get it to pop. All right. Okay, so now we're going to do something we haven't done in a little while. We're going to go look at a reactor, or in this case, a reator. Because I legitimately, like, I typed that when I asked for the patrons to decide on a reactor for tonight. Nobody even pointed it out. Yep. I mean, that's basically all you can do, realistically. Okay, so this Ace Reacts. I don't remember if we've ever looked at this guy. To be totally honest, we obviously haven't seen this video because it's from a day ago. And it's a Land of the Free reaction, which, as Trisha pointed out in our chat, don't tend to see a whole lot of. And that's true. It's like people do like the top 10 or top 15 main like home free songs that are suggested, and this is not one of the ones, even though it's a really crazy video. I think I've ultimately only seen maybe 3 people react to it, but I also don't watch reactors like I used to anymore, so it is what it is. Nope, definitely not. Don't get those. All right, either way, so Ace Reacts. Let's check out Ace's channel here. Okay, Pokemon fan. Excellent. All right, I'm going to turn this down just a little. There we go. Also, that is a loud intro. Is that Ace of Bade? Is that what that says?
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ace, and today we are checking out Home Free, Land of the Free. So I was looking around.
We're gonna go with highly edited mini cuts, lots of background noise, and a noise gate that is very sharp. Okay then. Okay, so what do we got here? We have Dragon Ball. We got some Dragon Ball pops. Can't quite tell what that is. Blurry. Legend of Zelda stuff. I was gonna say anime, but technically speaking, not anime. Nintendo DS, not DS. Game Boy Advanced. Can't tell what. That's an island of some sort. Different island maps of different things. We got some gaming stuff going on here. We got a Winter Soldier thing up here in the corner. Pokemon cards. That's probably the 3 starters if I had to guess. Hard to tell. Looks like a Charizard and some other stuff going on. So, nerd. There's nerd credit. Potentially a Pokemon gamer, which would probably indicate a lot of these other thingies that are happening here. Don't like this guy. He and his wife did reactions together, and he started her own channel, so he started over, rewatching videos, pretending he's never seen him before. Oh. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay.
I'm trying to find a song for today because it is 4th of July, and I was trying to find something that kind of resembled being free or just 4th of July in general, and I saw a couple that Home Free has done.
His audio kind of sucks, if I'm honest. Like, you can hear too much background noise, and the noise gate, which is why it goes quiet when he stops talking. His noise gate is so sensitive that it just... So the main fix for that, if you're not going to just continually talk and always have sound going in the background, is when you edit your videos, which he's clearly done because he has lots of cuts in between sentences, get a noise, get the background noise, record that just clean for 30, 40 seconds or however long you want, and then you just always have that going in the background no matter what, so you don't notice the noise gate opening and closing, which is why you get that sharp cutoff when he stops talking, in case you're wondering.
And I thought I could check out this one and see how it goes. I don't know if this is a cover or an original. I don't know if this is an original or if it's a cover, because I've checked out quite a few covers, so it wouldn't be out of the question that it could be a cover. But let me know if it's a cover or an original. Either way, I think it's going to be awesome. So I'm ready to check this out. So I said we get started. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's cool. It's free. Tells me I'm doing the right thing, going in the right direction, all those good.
By the way, I know this is Chrono Trigger, and I know this is Kingdom Hearts, but this one I can't tell what it is. It's a little hard to tell. Just looks like vague. It almost has a Devil May Cry kind of. I don't know. I have no idea. Can't tell what kind of anime it is.
Things. Don't forget to check out the description of the video as well. There's a lot of cool things in there. All my socials are in there. You can go over there and say hi. Hello. If you're interested in supporting the channel and getting a priority request in, you can check out the Buy Me a Coffee link. The link to the video we're reacting to is also in there. And without further ado, home free, land of the free. Here we go.
Why do you need so many edits in a minute? Are you editing out every and Which is worse? Just being honest, which is worse? Somebody going for a second, or having a sudden cut that you can tell they cut every other word or thing? Also a rare overhead reactor. Interesting. But he is looking up at his screen, so that's a little bit different in and of it is. Because like a raised camera looking down on you a little bit, that's definitely a little different. But he's got the camera pretty much close to where his screen is, so at least he's engaging that way. But then the video overhead is that's a interesting choice. It's like at this point just go full green screen, but also I want to know, we've got a corner desk here, big heavy blackout curtain. Okay. I would have gone with floating shelves over these kind, just because they look a little cleaner, and you would free up some visual space for all your framed stuff. Just saying.
I know when times are tough and money's rough, we all complain. But you won't appreciate a sunny day without a little rain. There's one thing I can guarantee. There ain't another place I would rather be. So I will sing and let it rain. Let the whole world know I'm not giving up this dream for anything. 'Cause I love my country, and that's one thing they'll never take from me. In the land of the free.
It's so happy-go-lucky, and at the same time, it's very patriotic, especially based on how the chorus goes and the fact that it's called Land of the Free, and they have an American flag in the background. And they're doing all these like outdoor activities, like riding in a four-wheeler and being in the water, like fishing and doing the lazy river. and like also barbecuing, and especially the grilling. It just reminds me of Memorial Day and 4th of July, just being outside, enjoying the fresh air, just getting some awesome food, and celebrating being free and in honor of those we have lost. And I thought it was funny when they're in the water with the rake and they're pulling up all the algae and stuff. I guess they were kind of using the rake as a paddle. But yeah, Tim taking the verse and then Austin taking the chorus, I think was really cool. Like, it's really cool hearing Tim sing, especially just as low as he is. The backing track vocals for this I thought was kind of like a nice touch as well, because I'm not used to hearing stuff like that from Home Free. Usually they just keep it like in the moment. So it's cool hearing like some added effects every once in a while and not overdoing it. I think they have like a great mix here. But yeah, this is a really fun performance. I'm liking everything that they're doing here. All of the beats and the sounds are awesome. I'm ready to check out the rest of it. So I say we get back to it. So here we go.
Okay.
So here we go.
That he didn't edit out. Edit out the ums, but don't edit out the mistake.
Cost of living is on the rise, and we criticize the ones who lead the way. All but far and wide, there's still so much pride, and that's how it's gonna stay.
Yeah, there are times we disagree, but there ain't another place we would rather be. So we will sing and let it ring. Let the whole world know we're not giving up this dream for anything. 'Cause we love our country, and they can't take that away from you and me. In the land of the free, so raise that flag up high.
Yeah, why do people not?
To those who get
Sorry. Why do people not really go after this song as much? It's a damn good song. I guess they just don't know what it is, so they're just like, whatever. Plus, everybody just follows the trends, right? Whichever thing everybody's reacting to now, like, why is Man of Constant Sorrow still like the go-to? Like, why? It's like, I think Man of Constant Sorrow has actually held on longer at this point than Ring of Fire as like the initial Home Free introduction.
their lives for liberty. So we will sing and let it
Also, even though he's got this in 1080p HD, it wasn't captured in that by any means. His camera's definitely not HD, and neither is the Home Free video. But he uploaded it in 1080p. I mean, it is what it is.
ring. Let the whole world know we're not giving up this dream for anything. For anything. 'Cause we love our country, and we thank our lucky stars and stripes to be in the land of the free.
In the land of the free. In the land of the
That was awesome. I think the only thing that would have been like a
If you can cut that off a little short there. Yeah.
slightly nicer touch is you see him driving in the grass at the end. If somehow they made a flag out of just driving on the grass, I think that would have been kind of cool to do. But yeah, like the
Oh my god, that would have been a nightmare to do. Try to perfectly dry or like imprint an American flag somehow with the thing. It's like without doing it with a lawnmower, I don't know how you would manage it with a Jeep and keep it good enough that when you drove through it for the video, it would have been good. It's like, hey, I want to spend a couple hours making a perfect American flag out of this ground. Or we could just edit one in, just either way.
Fireworks was a super nice touch. The singing in unison I thought was a really good touch here.
Yes, it's flashy because low notes.
I wonder how many reshoots they did with the fireworks.
And because people don't understand what noises are. It's like, what's a jaw harp? I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard a sound like this before in my life. It's amazing. How's he doing that? He's going down, 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 down. That's how. Look, the mnemonica is great. Don't get me wrong. That is like showboating. But it's like, okay, but they already did really impressive stuff before this came along. And they've done impressive stuff after. But we're still stuck on Man of Constant Sorrow because people just follow trends. And this keep the same trend for so freaking long is kind of absurd. It's like, pick a new one. Like, suggest a new one out there. It's like, hey, I heard this home free group. Nope, we're going Man of Constant Sorrow. Forget anything else. No, just Man of Constant Sorrow. Let's go back to Ring of Fire. It really confused them. Yes, because of all that No Monica merch that I've sold. The No Monica is great, but mostly for making fun of Shan at this point. Which, where is Shan? Either way. Oh, the Gator. The Gator freaks them out too, I guess. It's so impressive. Don't get me wrong. It's a great version of that song. But once again, I'm pretty sure I've heard it more than any other person on the planet other than Darren Rust. It's like, if you can't tell, I'm pretty much sick of that song at this point. It's like, it has been a form of abuse. It has been abuse. Yeah. I mean, like, that era, even the one right after that, there is, yes, more people react to that music than even some of the older stuff, which is why they get confused when they see music videos with Chris in them. And it's like, who's that guy? Like, what happened to Chance? I mean, you would almost think, I mean, I know more people are seeing Skull and Bones, but I think, like, that is actually a very, like, I mean, obviously there's guitar in it, whoop-de-doo, but, I mean, So Long Dixie is probably one of my most favorite new song that they put out, comparatively. Like, I'd rather listen to that than Man of Constant Sorrow over and over, Yeah, exactly. They're like, a gator. It's like, do y'all not live in places where those are common? It's like, I guess that's true. It's like, I mean, like, no joke. Last night we hung out with a friend who had a gator in her backyard pond for a while, except after that last flood, it disappeared. It was like, it's like it's like, I'm in Southeast Texas and gators are still somewhat common in the wild. Or you could just go buy them. Like, a friend of mine had a caiman. It's like, you could mess with it. It was just there until a cat killed it. Don't ask. Don't ask how a cat killed a small crocodilian. Yeah, it is what it is.
Going off, or if they got it in the first try. I also like that Adam Rupp was waving the flag at the back of the Jeep. I thought that was funny. Also, all the animals that were there, the dogs and feeding the horse, I thought was great. So I guess they're at somebody's house in the country, or maybe it's one of theirs. I don't really know. If y'all haven't...
Also, anything from the Dive Bar Saints originals, all amazing. It's like, anything of that caliber would be a great place to start. We've covered this before.
Any information about this performance, I would love to learn. But yeah,
I mean, like, push people towards Catch Me If You Can. Like, that song is amazing and really shows off their talent. And, like, but no, Man of Constant Sorrow. Like, just start pushing people to Catch Me If You Can. Like, just shove them that way. And get away from Man of Constant Sorrow. It's up to you guys. There's more of you than me. And I don't watch reactions like you do anymore.
It was a fantastic song, fantastic arrangement. Everybody here did a phenomenal job as per usual. I wouldn't expect anything less. So yeah, home free, land of the free. If y'all have any suggestions or anything I should know about, definitely drop in the comments below. Would love to check those out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's cool, it's free, tells me I'm doing the right thing, going in the right direction, all those good things. Don't forget to check out the description of the video as well. There's a lot of cool things in there. All my socials are in there. You can go over there and say hi. Hello. The release schedule I always drop on the socials a couple of days early, so if you want a sneak peek as to what's coming out the following week, that's the best way to do that. If you're interested in supporting the channel, getting a priority request in, you can check out the Buy Me a Coffee link. Each request is only $5 and helps me out a bunch. The link to the video we reacted to is also in the description. If you made it to the end of the video, comment hashtag Land of the Free. I think that's it for this reaction. Happy 4th of July. I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.
Should request more originals. Be like, wait, who sung this one? They did. I mean, Helplessly Hoping is also amazing, but so short, people don't know what to do with it, you know? That's just pure a cappella talent, is what that one is. I mean, Ace is okay, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. I feel like I need to go back to the good old days of just recording reactions and doing less streaming. Maybe. What? Y'all are having a very weird chat going on. Apparently there's a well, maybe there only was, maybe it's not currently going on. Nope, I guess it ended. Interesting. Okay. There was a Twitter space or whatever they call it at the moment going on a minute ago that was talking about the situation that Denise brought up earlier. All right. Either way, guys, I'm done for the night, and this is already longer than I anticipated on going. So either way, you guys have a good weekend, whatever it is you're going to be doing. And if you are remotely in the path of the storm, be safe. I mean, like, even if the winds aren't going to be crazy, it's probably going to be another one of those stupid ass rainstorms. It's going to do a lot of dumb shit to Texas. I mean, it's already the windy part has done enough damage as it goes, and we're barely into hurricane season. You know, my favorite time of the year. We already have been flooding in Texas prior to this, so I'm sure it's going to go very well for us. But either way, like I said, we're doing episode 100 of the podcast tomorrow. Won't be out until next Friday, but the Patreon will get it early. I do have some editing to do. I had an idea of what I'm going to do for a preamble. So that's probably going to take me a day at least. So it's probably what I'm going to do on Monday while it's storming. We're supposed to get like 4 straight days of rain. So either way, see you guys later. And of course, if you want to join in on the Patreon, we will have another Patreon call this next Wednesday. That will be mostly for people of this channel or higher levels, of course. Probably focus a little bit more on the request side of things or watching videos. We've been mostly sitting and talking, but maybe we should do some more deep dives like we talked about doing. We just haven't done it quite yet. But I'm going to go take some painkillers and go see if the wife is even awake. Excuse me. I forgot to hit this. Nope, that's... What the hell? That's not the right button. That button. I don't even know why that button's there. All right, either way. So I will see you guys later. Remember, as always, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be loud. Also, limited edition episode 100 merch is available in the Shoki store link down below. If you're remotely interested in that, I'll probably take it down right after the episode airs. So, oh, and that will be the first episode that I will only edit for content, not edit out all the video. So the full unedited version will be on the Patreon, but in public, I will put the entire video up for everybody for the first time. And it will be specifically for that. Yes, I will tell her hi from everybody. So, all right, I'll see you guys later.